And we have Will Link in studio. Of course, Will is our link to the movies. Yeah, buddy.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
We're doing very good. Blockbuster weekend, buddy. A lot to talk about.
Well, you know, we weren't here last week, so I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up The Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
Which is made all the money in the world, basically.
Isn't it the highest grossing movie of all time?
Not yet, but
okay.
it's on its way. It's on its way, certainly. And it had the highest opening weekend of all time, and it like crushed Harry Potter, which was it crushed it by like 40 million.
Oh my God!
It made over 200 million its opening weekend, and it made over 100 million in its second weekend, which is by far a record. Yeah, it's completely unheard of, and it looks like it's poised to be #1 again. And you know what? It deserves it. It's actually it's a terrific film. It's the perfect like summer entertainment, big, bright action adventure film. All your favorite superheroes. I mean,
well, and all your favorite stars too. I mean, the lineup is amazing on that. on that movie.
You have Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Scarlett Johansson. They're all fantastic, and that's really why, to me, the film works. I mean, the action is great, but the characters are actually rich and developed characters.
Well, and that's the one thing I've heard about this movie the most, is that even though you have this plethora of top-tier actors and characters, they found a way to kind of give each character their moment to shine in the movie.
Yeah, everybody gets their moment, and that's something that a lot of superhero team movies, like the X-Men movies, were never able to do. It always felt like it was driven by one character. But here, yeah, there are just as many scenes where they fight together as they have these character moments and these long discussions, which at the end of the day is what makes the film work.
Absolutely.
If somehow you haven't seen it, which is hard to believe, run out and see it. You're going to love it. I plan on checking it out again.
Yeah, I'm going to see it this weekend for the first time. The reason I waited is because of the huge rush of the box office.
You're the only one in America.
I know. I'm like the last to see this movie.
Yeah, so. You know, when I went to go see it, there were lines around the corner like 24 hours a day.
Oh, well, that cleared that for me. I have to wait another week.
Yeah, give it another week or so. Wait till after Memorial Day if you want to wait for no lines.
Yeah.
It'll still be around.
Well, a lot of stuff coming up in the theater. Of course, Dark Shadows, a remake of a classic 60s television series.
Yes,
now out as well.
That was the big new release for this week, and unfortunately, it lacks what the Avengers has, which is that character development. We were talking a little bit about this off air, and Tim Burton, I've always loved his style. Since I was like a kid, I loved his style since I saw Beetlejuice.
Edward Scissorhands, Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah.
And all those are classic great Tim Burton, but really he hasn't made a truly great film in quite some time. And unfortunately, Dark Shadows continues that trend of it relies more on his gothic style than it does the substance.
You go to catch up with Tim Burton as opposed to catch up with the actors and the plot and everything else.
Exactly. And I mean, Johnny Depp does a good job, and Ava Green does a good job, but there are these montages in the film, and when they end, it feels like the characters are in a different place than where we left them, but we never got to see that character development. We never got to see Barnabas fall for the nanny fall for him, these romances within the family, and that's kind of disappointing.
So,
Absolutely.
Will,
yes,
you just put a silver stake in the heart.
You could say that. In fact, you did.
Well, okay. Listen, there's some good ones, and there's just some poopers. You know,
and look, Tim Burton, I'll be out there to see his next film. Like I said, his style's always good. There was that great, if you lived in Los Angeles last year, LACMA did this great show of all his artwork, and I think that's gone to some other museums. And
that was really impressive. I had a chance to check that out, and yeah, I mean, you could see his talent is in his artistry and his imagery.
Yes, and
that's what people really go to see. But you know, like you said, unfortunately, with the latest release of Dark Shadows, didn't really hit it home with the writing. Unfortunately,
and Alice in Wonderland had the same issue, and even his Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's I hope he gets back to doing films a little more original ideas, like he did Ed Wood or
I loved Ed Wood.
Ed Wood is such a fantastic.
But I love Scissorhands too.
Yeah, that was great.
You know what? You fell in love with him.
Yeah.
You fell in love with it.
By any chance, did you happen to see The Man Who Shook the Hand of Vincent Fernandez?
I have not gotten a chance, but I am hearing wonderful things.
Well, Ernest Borgnine stars in it.
And Barry Corbin.
And Larry Manetti.
And it's a very, very good movie.
And Ernie just won an award for it.
Oh, really?
At the Newport Beach Film Festival.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's terrific.
He won the
Best
award for
actor.
actor.
Is that the man who shook the hands of Vincent Hernandez?
Fernandez.
Vincent Fernandez.
Who is a real character, by the way.
No kidding.
Yeah, very famous in Mexico.
The Mexican Frank Sinatra.
Now, you shake with the right hand on that one, right? Not the
Yes,
left
yes,
hand.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. And behind your back.
Sorry. Had to do it.
So what movies are coming up?
Well, this week, Sacha Baron Cohen has a new film, The Dictator.
Yeah, I
have
heard
to
a lot
be-
about this.
I happen to be a fan of his.
Yeah.
He's pretty outrageous, and I was a big Borat fan, so I'm looking forward to checking this out.
I mean, you got to be drunk to watch that guy.
Well, he is a talented guy, though. You do got to be drunk or on something else. But the guy is definitely a talented guy.
Come on, give me a break.
He really immerses himself into those
Did you ever see the?
Because he's nuts.
Did you ever see the movie Jackass? I mean, this guy was the jackass.
No,
Didn't
that's
I mean-
totally different level.
Yeah, I used to like Sasha when he was Ollie G. He used to have Ollie
I
G.
used to-
Yeah,
the
great
Ollie G
stuff.
show was
Yeah, great stuff. So we got more to talk about here on the Larry Manetti Show, featuring Larry and Nancy Manetti. We're here with the Manettis. Also, we'll link our link to the movies. Coming right back here in just a couple minutes. We have 5 minutes to get your call in. 800-336-2225. 800-336-2225. The final segment of the Manettis coming right up, right after this.